Our road trip to Norway was the best road trip we've ever been on, bar none, and this video includes 3 key days from that exact trip. From incredible park-up views and sketchy hikes, to driving Norway's most deadly road in a storm. Already buzzing for this road trip. After leaving Kristiansand, our first stop off was a hike in Eigersund. Now troll picking, which is where we're off to now, is, well, it's essentially a rock and it's on the top of some hill somewhere, hopefully in this area where we are, and it was given the name troll picking by a hiker. And troll picking in English translates to troll's penis, and presumably when they're saying the rock, and more worryingly, that was the first thing that come to the head. In 2017, as I mentioned, not everyone's really embraced the rock and the tourism that it brought, because 2017 someone essentially climbed up, drilled some holes in it. And now, after seeing it in person, now I see what Danny must have felt like when she first met me for the first time. Because that's not as magnificent as I was expecting it to be. It's been 1 year since I released the first instant guide, and because of that I've decided to do a special offer for the entire month of April. You can pick up all 7 of our instant guides for the small price of £6. That's less than £1 per guide. You get basically all of these guides. The guides are specifically designed to be viewed on a phone, and they cover all the activities, things to do, the must-sees, the park-ups, routes, everything that you need to plan a road trip on the go. If you're wanting something a lot more complete and detailed, then we have our paperback and ebook collection available. This is the ultimate Scottish road trip. It's the very best road trip in Scotland, bar none. All of these guides are available at the link down below. That, because it's got the joins and stuff in it from where they fixed it, it does look a little bit sketchy, and I don't know, like, there's a big sort of crevasse, so if I fell in there, I'm knackered really, and I don't know if it's a bit frowned upon or not, but either way, we've seen for the first time a troll's penis. And however, the reason I think it's so sketchy is because I would base that on if a contractor from Sunderland put that back up and be like PVA glue and paper mache. That's what worried me. What if it was Jeff from Gen 2? But although the rock wasn't as big as what we expected, just the sort of walk and the terrain and stuff's gorgeous up here. And from the top where you sort of see the rock thing, you see what the rest of the terrain's like further around. It's like you're on a different planet. We've got a rough idea of where we think there's somewhere we can park, but we're not 100% sure whether we can or whether it's even decent if we can. But ultimately we're back in the van. We've got plenty of time. It's 20 to 4, 20 to 5, 26, so yeah, we should be there well before it's dark anyway, and probably a bit too early. But if not, it'll give us time to then try and find somewhere else. So we're going to make a push on, and fingers crossed we can find somewhere decent. We drove for a couple of hours to our planned park up for the evening, but unfortunately it was closed. We then drove for another mile or so until I found a lay-by on the side of the road and decided that this was our first park up. So we found a little park up after the initial planned one was, well, closed. But we're on what is presumably one of the windiest places we've seen. But the scenery from round this corner presumably is breathtaking, because driving round the corner also was. Look at it's freezing, get our coats on and go and have a nib.
That's not even funny how nice that is. This is literally what Norway's been like the whole time we've been driving. Pretty much everywhere you look, this is definitely the best view we've seen yet, but the other views haven't been far off this. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. Now there's a view to wake up to. Morning everyone, day number 2 on Norway, and last night we almost got blown away. The camper van was getting battered by wind. Where we parked is like an alleyway and the winds were up to 45-50 mile an hour, and we were just lucky, to be honest, that it was coming from the back of the van and not the side, because if it was the side it would have been far too strong. We would have had to move somewhere else, or at least sort of try and position the van in a different way. But either way we were still up most of the night, which wasn't ideal. However, we are in Norway. What is there to complain about other than the wind, like I've just complained? Here we are, like here. We go all the way up to there. So it looks like it's going to be a bit of a hike. Not that I mind too much, but the views look ridiculous on it. So we're pretty much, I mean, we're 150 meters away and the clouds are coming over, so I don't think we're going to see now. It's close to the edges of there, I guess. I'm normally alright with heights, but that's a different level of height there. In a way, I am glad that it is as cloudy as it is, because this would be terrifying if it wasn't cloudy. It's terrifying now.
Hi.
And even that's ballsy.
He's got me a nervous wreck.
This is one of many service station things for motorhomes, and they are ideal. So we're filling up water, emptying the toilet, getting rid of the grey water in the rain. Pretty handy to have stuff like this dotted around. There's no reason why other countries, especially England, can't do the same, and Scotland and whatnot. Saves a load of hassle. When it rains here, it properly rains here. The weather has changed so quickly. We drove over this side to avoid the bad weather or the worst weather, and the temperature's now dropped down to 1 degree. It was 7.5 where we started. sort of waterfally type thing down here. We're going to go and have a look at that and, well, take it all in. Feels like we've driven, well, not that I've been to Canada, but kind of what I'd expect Canada to look a lot like. What a place. We're creeping around. The Corgis are peeping. Since we got to Norway, I've been dying to come across some moose. We haven't seen any yet. However, it looks like they are more populated along the eastern side of Norway, which is where we're heading. And the signposts have changed from sort of be wary of or be aware of deers to moose. So fingers crossed we do get to see some moose. I do want to see them sort of out and about, and ideally not stepping in front of the car, but as long as we get to see some. Well, as Danny picks her teeth,
I'm always doing something. Picking food up.
we've just been to the Fossberg cafeteria for pizza and chips, pepperoni pizza, and they put pineapple on it. Is that about, well, I didn't mind onion being on, that's a relatively normal thing, but pineapple, what a disgrace. But I love this place, it's a very nice little town. I can only imagine how lush this would be in the snow, because it feels very like a ski type area. So let's make a bit of progress. As per, relatively clueless as to where we're going or really which direction to go in. So we've packed our bags. We're gonna bugger off up into the woods and see if we can find this thing that we're looking for. So presumably this is where we've parked. And them little lines on the map indicate elevation gain. And they were quite close together, which means that's going to be steep. They're not quite as big as I expected them to be, but if they are actually naturally made, that's a strange shape. What did you think of the spiky things?
Really impressive.
What did you actually think of them?
The view was lovely though.
The view was nice. But anyway, we're back at the van, and although the roof isn't load bearing and I've got ladders there specifically just for show, I do also use them to get up there to clean the reverse camera, because it's minging at the minute, as is the van. Look at the state of this. It was actually alright. No! Don't touch that. It was actually alright until earlier today, but it's minging now, so I'm going to get up there, give the camera a little wipe so I can see where I'm reversing. Been a nice day today. Joking, we've just been driving down the road and there's absolutely by far the biggest moose I can possibly imagine right by the side of the road. Now I'm gonna have to try and be quiet. There's other cars stopping as well. See if I can snake through the forest. Well, there's not many trees between them. I don't know. Okay, it's so big. It's huge. Honestly, I've been waiting. If this charges at me, I'm It's not the kind of moose we were hoping for, but it is a moose nonetheless. So, if you thought I was legitimately stalking a real moose, pop a little comment in the comments below. But look at it. I hope it tricked a few people. I hid behind trees and people are looking at us like I'm a weirdo, which I am a little bit. But anyway, this is where we're camping, just through here. You might be able to see the camper van. We're camping there for the night. Found it on Park Up, or Park for Night, or whatever it's called. Make some tea. It's been a lovely day, to be honest. It's been nice to be away from the rain. Come across to the east side and we'll go for a little ramble in the forest in a little bit. See if we can see a real moose. If not, at least we've seen one. Today, well, we're on a big adventure, a scary one. What a place it's been here though. Beautiful views, lovely scenery the whole way around. We're in Geiringa and we got here yesterday after driving on some proper sketchy roads that Danny really didn't enjoy, did you? Jesus Christ. That is insane. Today we've got the joy of doing 2 more of them type of roads, but one of them roads is classed on every website that I've been on as Norway's most dangerous road. Danny isn't looking forward to it whatsoever, and there is an amber weather warning for high winds in the area for later on today. So she's made us leave a little earlier than we normally would have to make sure we get there and get it over and done with before the wind starts. Another Grand California. That's 9, I think, we've seen so far. Anyway, let's get this water filled up.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand.
That is some mental levels of zigzags, and we're on our way up now. What I don't know why there was the significance to build a town here to have roads like this in and out. There's only the 2 roads other than a ferry in, but if that was in England they'd be like, no, we're not building there. That's mental.
Do you know what I think with the exposure of yesterday?
I think you're calmer now.
Much calmer.
But we have still got, after this one, Norway's most dangerous road. So you might be calm now. This is just easing you back in gently. The viewpoint's just up on this corner, I believe.
Yeah. It's a look at that. Oh, you can see the Seven Sisters waterfall.
You see it from here?
What are they doing?
What are you doing? Unless it's around the corner on the side. Yeah, it's just here. Let's get out and have a look. Let's go and see what the view's like. Wait, it's so steep I can barely close the door. So this is the viewpoint at the top of that first hill that we got to. I'll put the name of it on here now because I'm not sure and I don't want to butcher it. But anyway, this is basically, like I've tried to explain to everyone, this is exactly what Norway is like around every single corner, pretty much. You see views like this almost non-stop. Yes, there are some more beautiful ones than others. This one is one of the best ones we've seen, but this isn't an isolated thing. Literally everywhere in Norway is near enough as beautiful as this. Just look at it, it's amazing. Fresh though. Danny's little hands are shaking. I don't know if it'll come across on the camera. And when you put a cigarette in the ashtray and stub it out, that's what it looks like. Let's get back to the camper. I'll get a photo of it with this scenery behind because it looks mint. And then we'll crack on. Yeah, I hope it's scary. I want to scare her a little bit. These are the pinnacle of all Norwegian food. sure what this actually even is. Any idea, my darling?
No clue.
When you see the little clips of the van driving past some nice scenery and stuff, what you don't take and what you don't see is things like this. Which is me having to run back to get the van and then drive across the bridge to turn back around and come back again. And he's legitimately our pants now. Oh, without the weather's getting better, isn't it? On a scale of 1 to 10, how worried are you?
Not yet.
You know. So I think Danny was calm because there was barely any wind back there, and as we've come around the corner, it's getting a bit windier. I think we'll be alright. I don't think it's going to be that windy, to be honest, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is troll sticking. Well, here's the wind Danny was dreading. It's freezing.
1 o'clock.
Pretty much it's bang on 1 o'clock. Is the rain coming as well? Oh, that rain's fresh on me forehead. Ooh, what a cool building this is though. Oh, we're nearly gonna make it down without a door because it's just nearly snapped off. Holy moly, it's freezing. I love it. How are you feeling?
Emotional.
Emotional?
It's that cold, my eyes are just streaming.
She's crying. As much as I was joking about it initially, the wind has actually picked up quite a bit and it's raining now. We've got the 360 camera in the front capturing the driving. But if this is actually what it's like widened, I can't actually imagine what that must have been like. Jesus Christ, that's a drop and a half down there.
Don't look.
Danny's just lucky that at the minute it's on my side and not hers, because that is a big old drop.
It's this bit along here. It's like the start of a roller coaster, you know, as it drops. That first corner.
Yeah. This is pretty
This part that I'm not gonna lie.
Over your side.
Well, get on your side.
That's a shame you don't get to see it. You're not on the
I
side.
don't care.
Do you not want to see it?
No.
I'll show you.
No.
Are you sure?
Don't. This is no time to be messing about.
You can feel the wind blowing the camper van as well. It is actually quite windy.
Jesus
This must have been
Christ.
so tight. You can see over the edge now. You can see over the edge.
You're going too fast. I'll get you back one day. I will. Chris, stop it now. There's a proper motorhome coming up. They'll crash into us if you don't pay.
No, not my.
They will.
No, there's passing places that's easy a foot wide.
Babe, it's going to be tight as out here. They're coming up. Just stay in the passenger.
We've got a
Just stay
passenger
here.
seat driver, yeah.
Just stay here.
Go on, son.
I'm surprised they're allowed on. They're not bigger.
That's touch and go.
Do you reckon?
Go on, fella.
And then I always go,
Off he goes.
what if they're kin Jewish? I don't know why I'm that nervous then. Jesus, though. Yeah, I think this is definitely worse than the other road that we're on.
Yeah, this is quite bad. Holy. Shamoli.
I just can't wait to get to that point on there.
at the end.
Yes. It's weird that cars, when they're coming up, they look like little toy cars. It's ridiculous. This is closed. From what? End of October to when?
This road's generally closed from sort of mid to the end of October until generally May, June time, because of the extreme weather and the snow. Fucking hell. There's balls on every single road. Could have just waited where the road was wider, but he wanted to force me off the road, the end. What we call Jeff.
We're nearly down.
You're relaxing now. She's relaxing now. It's more impressive that back in them days they managed to build this. Like if you said a contractor in presumably Norway, it's just normal because the terrain's so mental that they have to, but if you said to a contractor in most countries, I want to build a road up and over that and back down the other side, they'd be like, well, you can't. You just can't. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, are you mad? But here, in the 20s and 30s, they actually did. Well, there you have it. We survived Norway's most dangerous road, Trollstigen. Well worth a drive. Probably will be better this time of the year, to be honest, than probably in the summer months, because tourism, that'll be rammed and it'll be like that Applecross. But for anyone that likes Applecross in Scotland, makes Applecross look like a bit of straight, flat road, to be honest. So you can shove your Applecross. I'm going to pull over here and figure out where we are heading next. There's clearly been a lot of cars coming to just do a few burnouts and fly up and down there, because there's just donut marks and tyre marks everywhere. But we survived.